This is getting annoying. It should work. It doesn't work. And I have no idea what is going on. I've drawn a diagram. I've reached out to their support, and we'll see what happens. So it works on this small display up here, and I can toggle. However, if I put it on the monitor over here, it doesn't work. I think perhaps there is something there to do with me it being a, what's the word, single directional DVI to HDMI cable and need an omnidirectional cable, because that is the only difference, other than the fact that this is a 5.5 inch monitor or whatever it is, whatever that is. This is a 27 inch monitor. Resolution's the same. The only difference is this one is connected to the PC. No, it's not. Both of these monitors are connected to the Stream 1 via HDMI. However, this monitor is connected from the PC. So this is what I was using as my secondary display, is connected to the PC via DVI to a HDMI cable that is single direction rather than omnidirectional, because I didn't see the need to have an omnidirectional cable. Because it's a single direction, it's feeding from the output of the graphics card into the input, which would be a monitor. But in this case, it's going into the Stream 1 and then coming out of the Stream 1 over one of the mapped HDMI channels, which works. That actually works. However, I should be able to do the multi-view, which, hold on, can't. It goes to this. So this is my actual desktop screen, and obviously you've lost me in the picture. Now, that shouldn't happen. That should be able to come out over the auxiliary port, which I can toggle multi-view on and off. So multi-view I have on this monitor at the top, so I can see all of my input sources, which is HDMI's 1 through 4, and the pattern and auxiliary, which are two media types that I have running off of the card there. Now, the multi-view, if I toggle it on the Stream 1, does literally toggle between the multi-view and the pass-through to HDMI 4, which is what I've currently got the pass-through set to for that other monitor. If I swap auxiliary and program, that should work, but it's not working. And you can set the output type from any, so the auxiliary and program outputs are mappable to any of the HDMI inputs. It doesn't matter which of those inputs I use. So I should be able to swap them around. I should be able to swap that auxiliary around, or just swap the cables around, and it should work. It's not. So it must be something to do with that, like how the cable, the signal is passed through to it, because that is the only difference in that chain of elements there. So that's a bit frustrating. I'm getting this slowly but surely. Anyway, right, the studio downstairs, I got the 2 shelves in last night. I need to go to B&Q after work and pick up a couple more tiles to then re-insulate the wall for the sound deadening, and that will be the downstairs changes made and done. I can't think of anything else that I need to do down there. Yeah, that's all done. I've not made any progress with the Rodecaster. I noticed a couple of people talked about the volume levels yesterday being a little bit lower, and that was because I can change the volume level of this mic coming in. Now, I'm experiencing some weird behavior with the Rodecaster, which is a bit odd, so I need to figure that one out, but it's causing me to have to reboot my computer, and sources not appearing straight away without a reboot of the Rodecaster or the PC. Randomly, my mouse and keyboard dropping. So there's something going on, but I want to get each part of it figured out now systematically. So any hobby time, I'm kind of diverting that mental space to figuring this out, because I really need to progress. It's starting to annoy me that I'm not able to figure it out. Okay, that's going to be it. I'm going to leave it for today. I'm a little bit irked about this screen setup because it should be working. But yeah, I'll get there. I'm sure I will get there. Yeah. Okay. The camera angles may be a little bit different as well tomorrow. I'm trying to figure out how best to have my desk set up. So my neck is killing me. I'm thinking I'm lifting the monitor up just a little bit. And also lifting my chair, but then annoyingly, my chair arms are at the wrong end. But look how wonky I am. This side is just... I'm really trying to deal with the back issue. But yeah, it's just very uncomfortable indeed. Right. Anyway, I'll figure it out. I'll figure it all out. I hope everybody's well. I know I've still not talked about that sculpture that appeared in Bradford. I have a couple of things to talk about that. But I need to do a little bit more research before I do. I need to go and revisit it and just get a feeling for it again before it gets vandalized, which I'm sure it will. Because Bradford. Yeah. Okie dokie then. I will catch you on the other side. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good one. Until then, toodles.